Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm here with Hassan, also called Peace Treaty, and
Hello.
I am Pedro Reguera, also known as Primo de Reguera. And we're here with the first game for the ITSL All-Star game. Uh, who are we going to be facing today, Hassan?
So we have Kris and Janusz Szulc. Again, really excited for the game. Should be a good one. Both these players have been tearing it up in their respective divisions. Again, it should be a really interesting game to spectate and comment.
Have you seen the stats for Janusz?
Yeah, he just
he's
very
decimating it.
very recently suffered his first loss, and even then he's 92% win rate and 2 wins clear in a very tough division. So, yeah, extremely impressive.
Do we know what's the loss using the USSR? Because he's on USSR today, right?
Yes, he is playing the USSR today.
Okay, so let's see his stats right quick.
Looking at his rating, he has a 5801 rating, 6-0 record as the USSR, 6-1 as the US. Again, absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, both players are very strong, right? But like the Polish guys are like ridiculously strong. But we're also talking about Kris, right? For those who do not know, that is Sankt. And even though I would say he's been underperforming. I don't want to say underperforming because he's like super strong.
Well,
but
yeah, that's the ridiculous part about it, that he's 10-4, and we're saying that he's underperforming, which just goes to show you his pedigree and the expectations that we have of him.
Yeah, I honestly expected him to like be first no matter what on Asia. But seems like Ken C has been able to get ahead of him. He also got a little bit of an upset against Mikhail Garikov, right? If I remember well. But I mean, he honestly stopped playing for months, right?
Yeah, he did come back from a short break, so might have made a difference in his early games. Yeah, it's possible.
Maybe he has need a little bit to warm up, right? So I'm hoping that we'll see Sankt on all his plenitude, his A game, because he's gonna be facing a very tough opponent.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting it for sure.
Then, do we know who else is on the All Star? We know the players, yeah.
Yes. So from the rest of the world conference, Captain Michael
Patnick,
and then followed by his teammates.
We have. I think you're chopping a little bit. So on the rest of the world, we have Michael Patnick, Michael Stryker, Kris, Sankt, and Anthony Russo, and Felix Lapin. And on Europe, we have Janusz Szulc, John Shields, Hervé Godinot, Federico Troiani, and Simo Witt. Z. That it's a hell of a team.
Oh yeah.
What are we expecting on the farther down the tournament? Are you rooting for rest of the world or are you rooting for Europe?
Rest of the world. I have to rep my own conference. Of course, really hoping to see Felix win this game because he thoroughly destroyed me in ours. So
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I beat Felix on my first week. That was
no way.
That was the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. I don't know. Honestly, I mean, Felix is like really strong on Soviets, right? Especially on Soviets. If I remember well, he's
taking a quick look at his.
Yeah, I'm looking at his profile, but if I remember well, yeah, he's like he has like 1,200 games out of 1,800 are with the Soviets. right? He has a very, very
Mhm.
strong win rate on it.
Yeah. And this tournament actually has been slightly stronger as the US 6-2 versus 5-3 at USSR. Regardless, strong nonetheless.
Well, I managed to pull off an upset against him, so I'm honestly not that good. So let's
uh,
see. Let me communicate with Janusz to see when he's able. Uh,
yeah,
okay, he's having some problems getting into. Oh no, he's here. He should be. He should be
he's
Yeah,
listening.
in.
I'm here. I just didn't mean to interrupt you guys. It
Oh,
was so interesting to listen to you. I think I recall how to share the screen now. I've just checked
so right
the
underneath the channel where you see us, there is a thing saying Twilight Struggle, and right next to there is like a symbol with a monitor and and like a cord or something. Just click on that. You'll show us the live, and I'll take care of the rest. But before you start the game, is it Kris ready? Are you guys gonna start like already?
I don't think so. So
Okay, then
I've
we're gonna
just
ask you a few questions before you start.
all right. I didn't expect that, but shoot straight ahead.
Okay, so what are your expectations? Are you afraid of Kris playing USA? Will you be more comfortable playing USA?
Well, we've actually played a number of games back when you still would use Wargame Room in order to play. I remember him meeting there one day, and I was completely blown away by his unorthodox style. It was really unseen back in the days, but he would do things that would shock us, like start the game with Soviets and space defectors in his first action round. That was shocking for all of us, and now to a
Really?
degree, to a degree, it's an understandable move if you have a low up hand, right? But even for now, it's unorthodox. Let's just say that. But for us back then, nobody would ever space defectors in the first place. We always thought two ops are not really worth one VP. I mean, two ops are worth one VP, so there's no point at spacing. And we would play like 4 or 5 games, and he would completely wreck me every single game. Doesn't matter the side, doesn't matter whatever was going on. Then we discussed a couple of things. He shared some part of his philosophy, and I was like totally unprepared for that. Anyway, and I think we've been playing for like a year or two before we finally met in some competition. We were playing in one of the online world championships, and I was lucky enough to squeeze a win against him back then to stop his winning streak. I think he finished second, and I finished third by then. Obviously, Ziemowi dominated the world championship back in the days. He won like 3 times in a row or something like it. He was absolutely unbeatable. He destroyed me in the final game to win the title. So yeah, my expectations are pretty clear. I would like it to be a great game. I would like
Oh,
none
I'm
of us, to
sure
be
it's gonna be
heavily
a great
affected
game.
by
I'm
bad luck.
very,
None of
very
us to be
excited.
flounders. Oh yeah, trust me, I'm just as excited as you probably. Let me just try to stream now.
Okay, whenever
So
you guys are ready.
streaming channel. Yeah, I just pressed go live. Just let me know if it works or
Okay, we
not.
should be able to join the stream. Both of us are in the stream.
Yeah, you can see the screen. Pietrek and Janusz.
Yeah, so his nickname is sort of ironic because Pietrzak is a surname of another Twilight Struggle player, a friend of mine from Warsaw. So I have no idea why he chose that nickname. Definitely go and ask him if you have a chance.
By the way, can you explain? Oh, sorry. I had to take care of a little bit of thing. Hassan, you take over for a little bit. I have
Yeah,
to do
no
some
worries.
production.
I know you're handling the technical. Yeah, Janusz. So I know you're sitting at 12-1 in the tournament. You very recently had your first loss. So what's your outlook for the rest of the tournament? You're trying to what's your goal in terms of the group stage?
Well, yeah, I suffered a loss against Pietrzak, by the way. So the very guy that Kris uses surname of to create his nickname. Well, I hope I can win the group, and since both Jemovid and Pietrzak have sustained like 3 and 4 losses respectively, I think that's a pretty achievable goal. It's pretty interesting how the other places turn out to see how do I get seeded in the playoff stage, but I don't really have any uh, direct goals or expectations. I hope I can win the group, like I said, and I think it would be really surprising for me and quite requiring quite some streak of bad luck not to. But how exactly will it turn out in the end? If I lose 1 or 2 more games, maybe I don't know. It's a it's a game of both
Yeah,
skill and chance, so anything can happen
absolutely.
pretty much.
You still have one game remaining against Andrea Kasuda, a strong player. Couple other games as well. So let's see how those go for you. Obviously, very excited to see how they turn out. For this specific game, are you do you ever adapt your strategy when you're playing Sanct? So do you know, okay, that I'm playing Sanct, so he's going to space early and I have to react? Or do you just stick to your guns, do what you know?
Well, I tend to stick to my style, but I know a couple of players who tend to aggressively space, so indeed I am trying to space even more aggressively in case of those. And I also know that he's gonna take many risks. He's a high risk, high reward kind of player, so I'm gonna try to exploit that. As an example, let's say defectors are a very good headline against him because he can easily headline decal or distal, which other players are very afraid of doing.
Really? That's
Yeah.
surprising. I like for all I've read, I'm not such an experienced player, right? But all I read is like you always want to like sort of drop the DEFCON before you actually play those cards. You don't want to give free coups to the USA, right?
Well, that's a question. USA usually tends to be able to squeeze the meal-ups in the first turn anyway. So by aggressively playing and possibly also manipulating the DEFCON in a good way, USSR can get such a foothold, such a strong lead that there won't be any way of recovering for the USA. That's also a part of playing as USSR, right? However,
Okay.
in this game, the roles are reversed. I'm gonna play the Soviets, so
So
uh,
let's say you get decal on your first hand, right? And you're gonna play as a DEFCON 5, for example. You play on the first AR, you play on headline. What do you do on where do you put the points? Do you put it on non-battleground, like for example Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam? So if he goes one, you can get access to Thailand, or do you go for Africa, or what do you do?
so the most important question is, do I have duck and cover? If
Hmm.
I have duck and cover, now my situation is so much better. I can put an IP in Algeria for sure for France access. That's even
Yeah,
non-negotiable.
yeah, that's a
And
no-brainer.
then if I put one in Thailand and one in, let's say one in, those two are critical. Okay, probably the third one goes to Indonesia and the fourth one to South Africa, but they are not as important. Let's just say I start with those two. I can then just coup Iran, and well, I now secured Thailand, first of all. Second of all, I am threatening France. So there are multiple threats that my opponent has to react to. If he can only take France, for instance, I can then coup again, and I've just won all the meal-ups for the turn and secured Thailand, and I have a strong foothold, solid foothold in Africa, and probably also could successfully iron in the process, right? If I
Hmm.
don't have duck and cover, I might be reluctant to even gamble such a headline in the first place. But then you could always try to put one into Thailand and reinforce with 2 more.
Hmm. I
That
get it.
would be that would be
That's
that would be a valid move.
There's a very interesting approach. Yeah, for sure. I've always been reluctant to actually put in the call on headline because it never works out for me. You know, like I tried a couple of times having the factors in hand, and I mean, yeah, maybe you get France or you get Thailand, but the other guy's gonna get the other one, right? So it's basically you getting domination on one for domination on the other. I don't know. I guess
I guess that's why Janusz is playing in the All-Star game and not us, right?
exactly. I guess that's that's the reason. Maybe I should headline decom more often.
Yeah, some of those ideas are maybe hard to explain and very easy to show, but already securing the like blocking the domination of Europe is huge. That's 6 VPs every scoring. All right. So
yeah, that's 18 VP over the game. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you just take France and secure it, there's what's the way of losing France really? Just I can think of two
Truman.
that could. Well, Truman, but then you put 4 or 5 IPs in France, it's secure. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Okay, boys.
And,
here it is.
I'm gonna mute myself, guys.
Yeah, mute yourself. Focus on your game. Good luck.
Have fun. Thanks.
Okay,
right.
And
what do we have on the opening hand?
A fairly strong hand, seems like. Nuclear test, then 4 ops, Nasser for Middle East, Fidel, and of course Europe's.
Do you think he'll headline Nasser to try to block the Middle East?
Nasser or Arab Israeli war? I think Nasser is definitely more likely in anticipation of a Middle East headline.
Oh, maybe he would try to squeeze that Europe scoring. He doesn't have any of the events to actually influence it. I think Nasser is stronger.
Yeah, but let's see. Also, it depends if we get a Marshall setup.
Oh, we got a Marshall setup.
Yeah, we have a Marshall setup. So unfortunate news for Janusz, because now it's going to be very tough not to get dominated in Europe.
Yep, he's not going to be able to squeeze at Europe. So now, Polish civil war. Okay, let's see. I think Nasser is really his only option. I don't know what else could you do here. He has no socialist governments.
You almost certainly know that the headline for Kris is going to be Marshall.
Do you think that Kris might have 1 or 2 of the events that affect Europe, and that's why he went for this? Or do you think that?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. Usually, if you see Marshall in your hand, it's usually an auto setup and play, barring anything super crazy, because it's just so powerful. Europe domination from the get-go. Not much the other player can do about it. Yeah.
But there's
Arab Israeli war.
Interesting.
Over now.
He might want to completely bar him from Middle East. Like, okay, I'm gonna get dominated there. There's not much I can do. Let's try to wipe him out of there, right?
A successful coup of Iran.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
War.
Okay, Janusz starts strong.
To Iran, possibly, or maybe Comic-Con, but I would expect nuclear test ban.
Let's see.
Comic-Con.
Okay, he's gonna start with a soft coup.
Oh
my God! Oh boy! What's going on here? This guy should go to Vegas.
So we have Europe versus Middle East to start, and Kris. Yeah, for those maybe unaware, Kris is an extremely quick player. Is what he's known for. Yeah, like it's ridiculous that he does not need any thinking time whatsoever. Which is again very impressive. Just to be as good as he is, and then to do it in the short amount of time that he does it in as well.
Okay, so we see we're racing for Asia right now, right?
2 ops into Pakistan at DEFCON 4. Small risk, but let's see if Kris coups.
I mean, we've seen that
it's low risk because he has Indo-Pakistani war, so
he just used a 4 op, so maybe he's hoping that he doesn't have another 4. Yeah, he got a 3. Not enough. Not enough. Okay, I think we're gonna play a Nasser 4 ops. Maybe Fidel to take control of it immediately. I don't know. The thing is, even if Janusz actually gets, he has seen the pack, so he doesn't have to be scared of it. Okay, he's dropping the DEFCON.
Yeah, cool. Then.
What do you think is the reason?
Problem?
To protect Middle East, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Kris did a good move by placing into Syria, because now it's tough for him to get locked out of the Middle East. and Asia is not looking too great either. So overall, a tough start for Janusz.
Yeah, for sure.
You still have to play Europe scoring and eat those 5 VPs, and yeah.
Okay, we can see the space race.
Yeah, we see Kris play 2 into South Korea first, and then seeding Korean War the space race, which makes me wonder, does he actually, if he had Asia scoring, I feel like he would have played it by now. But no, he does have Asia scoring. Yeah,
he got it
a hard
0.
push for Asia.
I mean, that was gonna be the end result anyway, because if
Yeah.
Janusz takes India, he takes Japan, right? So
Yes.
okay, so the early war, it's basically on the Middle East, which Janusz have a stronger foothold there, right?
Yep. Definitely, Europe is still Europe and Asia are both still open to play. De Gaulle could flip Europe. Socialist governments gives him a chance.
Okay.
CIA comes out for
CIA
influence.
created comes out. That means he doesn't have to. Janusz is not gonna be able to get rid of it easily.
The Stalinization has landed. Very, very fortunate
Oh,
for
yep. There we
for
go.
Jan. That's a game changer right there.
Yeah, that will give him access to South
De Gaulle
Africa
and De Gaulle as
Africa.
well.
Yeah, he got quite a access card. He also got Vietnam Revolts. A little bit too late, right? He had it just one turn earlier.
Perhaps a bit too late. So now he could headline Vietnam and flip Thailand with the China card. He could headline De Gaulle and maybe take France with duck and cover. He has some options here. I'm curious to see how it's going to play out. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna go for Europe.
Oh,
the
unfortunate.
factors. I mean, he was probably seeing it coming, right? If he didn't come out on the first turn, it's possible that you got it on the second
It's
turn.
likely, yeah. Okay, successful coup of Panama. That definitely helps.
That's gonna be 2 VPs right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's difficult for Kris to be able to get rid of the Middle East domination. Like, he's so big.
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's
just gonna eat it up.
front. He's not playing around with that.
Okay.
And now we have P-Style at DEFCON 2.
Okay. That's probably what Janusz wanted, right? He was like waiting for it. Okay, we pretty standard. He might get Nigeria now.
1 to Mexico is a standard move. I wonder if he will follow, or maybe double up in Brazil.
I mean, either or. I mean, he has Fidel, so the domination of Central America.
That's true. Or Nigeria.
He went for Nigeria. Nigeria is the other one. You know, like 1 point. Just it's a headache-free point, right? You don't have
yeah, he's probably expecting. He might expect Peace Track to have or Peace Track. He might expect Kris to have a since it hasn't come out yet. So thinking he might need to get ahead in Africa from now.
Okay, he reinforces his position in Europe. His position in Europe is starting to look a little damning. You know, like it's not gonna get much better than that. Like Suez is.
Yeah.
Suez is still in the deck, right? The goal is gone. Suez is still in the deck.
Play the China card.
Whoa.
Very interesting.
Oh, he might want to hold you in an eventually and play something else?
Perhaps. I would have expected UN and duck and cover to India. But let's see. Because that's Kris take India, then he's going to dominate Asia for the rest of the game, which is unacceptable.
Yeah,
so either he goes duck and cover to India, or he plays the China card.
So
an early play of the China card is also bad.
Yeah,
you're giving your opponent 4 ops. It's
absolutely, and
far from it.
We're getting into the mid war on turn 4, and then you don't have the China card. Uzuri is gonna cause havoc in Asia.
Oh, and CIA is still in the deck. It's gonna come back. You get into
for sure
a bit of a risky DEFCON situation as well.
Yeah, you don't wanna get the CIA without the China card, right? Especially with duck and cover, with so many cards that actually drop the DEFCON for the.
Well, let's see how this decision looks in a couple turns. But for now, the China card is with Kris.
Okay, Suez has a space. We're probably gonna see another space. Okay, he got 1 point right there. Coming back.
The card turn. Oh,
of course.
Be a headline very soon.
Okay, he got almost a free Truman. It's only 1 point. Oh no, there's Finland as well.
I believe Finland's out from D-Style.
Yeah, that is
Be,
right.
yeah.
Truman. Okay, what is gonna be that blockade? Okay,
Blockade.
what is he gonna get
We
rid of?
got
Social
Absolute
government?
Women's
Yeah.
Psyche. Yep.
Yeah, that was the only three that I was thinking on. That could be. Okay, so we
Should
get the
offer good
AR-6
bomb.
for the Soviet. Let's see what he tries. He's gonna try to screw them a little bit. Sorry, for the.
Trying to go for some luck in Central America.
Oh boy.
Wow. One knockout Cuba.
Oh boy.
And Venezuela
Very
gone.
successful for Kris. Okay, we got some
And
problems
he also
here.
does CIA created, but he has UN intervention to deal with it.
That is true. And Nora probably to space.
Oh,
Play NATO or play or.
for Olympic Games.
Oh boy.
So now CIA is actually a suicide card, and I think he will have to play it. He has no other choice. Oh.
No, he's gonna. Oh my God.
Because he can still UN CIA, but then he's giving.
He's giving a turn for free. You're having some chopping there on the sound. Okay, so now we're gonna see that Janusz is gonna have to give a turn if you wanna play UN Innovation with CIA created.
Yes, he'll be giving him back-to-back ARs at the end, which is obviously far from ideal.
Yeah, because
especially when he has the China card.
Yeah, because basically something's gonna flip. Okay. Oof. This is looking tough for Janusz.
It's looking tough, but you do consider that Africa and South America are both leaning his way. He has Middle East scoring right now, which is also a domination. And then again, De Gaulle is still in the deck. Turn 3 NORAD is a bit of a risk, because you could hope for Quagmire in turn 4, and then it's nothing, right? But then, or if Kris gets Quagmire, he could be stuck with NORAD until turn 10, which certainly is extremely annoying to play with. So let's see what he does. I have a feeling he might space it, but let's see. And the headline is now vulnerable for Janusz.
Okay, so he got NORAD. Okay, there is some talking here. Not smack talking, but okay. Oh my God, look at this. Like, we're talking about
ridiculous
5 cards on turn 3. This is what we're talking about when we say the Sankt style, right?
Yep.
Okay, he gets 0 scoring. Okay, they exchange the scoring cards, and then this is the last card that he's gonna play this turn.
Yeah, and back-to-back action rounds for Kris. You know, I think early so far in 3 turns we've been talking about maybe with the impression that Janusz has been a bit behind.
Well, we have to also think this is turn 3, so he knows exactly which cards he has in hand. So maybe this is a gauge. You know, he sort of knows what Kris can do and cannot do. But honestly, with the China card, it's I don't know. I think it's his. Okay, we got the. Oh, the NATO is on. Oh my God. So yeah, he has 2 VPs right there. That's a no-brainer there.
No drastic back play to flip anything, but still annoying nonetheless.
Let's see what he tries.
Romanian education. He holds on to the China card.
Yeah. There we go. Do we know what's the last card that Kris is holding to?
I'm trying to think back.
Is there any important event that we haven't seen? Trying to think, but
there might be, but these guys probably know it. We might not.
Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't been tracking cards, so it's kind of tough. But okay, let's focus on the present. What do we have now? Janusz having 2 very strong US events, containment, and colonial rear guards. He gets We Will Bury You. Those are easy 3VPs.
Oh, headline of We Will Bury You.
That is, I mean, it's 3VPs. I agree.
It's 3VPs.
But you
Denial
can
of the
you can
coup.
get the coup. The thing is,
Well,
maybe
his targets are not excellent, so he would need to use a 4 ops on either Algeria or Mexico. So I guess he figures this might be better.
Also,
Ooh,
he's speaking.
Oh, that's a horrible combination with that headline, because now he's free to go into Venezuela and Brazil.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate.
Okay, he's gonna get that for almost free. So
1 VP. Oh,
1 VP, right?
maybe thinking somewhere else. Yeah, 1 VP.
Oh boy, look at this! My God, look at the space.
Very unfortunate puppet. Because if it comes out early enough, puppet is basically a mini D style. Maybe even better.
I would say it's better because you don't have to move.
Yeah, but then the downside is you can't move it into countries that already have influence in them.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But like if he comes early enough, it's actually better. The problem is if he comes at the end, it's like that's nothing, right? Because you maybe gonna get like some position on like non-battlegrounds. Okay.
The 3 VPs from We Will Bury You come out.
China
Southeast
card.
Asia scoring is still to come.
That's 3 VPs, but he needs
not
to use them.
Not looking good for Janusz. I don't know. I almost feel like I'm out of breath commentating this game because these players are playing so fast. I don't know.
Yeah,
what do you think?
It's difficult to catch a breath here, but okay. What are we?
Two cards per turn consistently.
Yeah, unbelievable. Like Kris is just going all the way. He's gonna be discarding, right?
He's already discarding, and by next turn he could have 8 ARs. So
unbelievable. Okay, so we're getting rid of Asia. So what? Okay, where are the regions of focus? Right, the DEFCON 2 regions, right? We're tied on the 3 of them, so we're probably gonna see some actions there, right?
Nuclear subs evented in AR4. It's very interesting. Hoping to snag some of those one stability battlegrounds, I'm assuming.
For sure. Now, Janusz is going to have to...
Janusz can do to counter.
Yeah, he's going to try to create some problems somewhere else, so he focuses on that.
Plays into Venezuela, maybe threatening South America scoring.
Yeah, maybe threatening a flip as well, right? He's like, if you go for Africa, I'm going to go for your Venezuela. I'm going to get domination here. What do you want to do?
Let's see.
Okay, he goes for the coup. He goes for the coup. He doesn't care. He goes for Angola. It's like, okay, you want Venezuela? Go get it, man.
Okay, so he opts to save containment for the last AR to reduce 1 more op for Kris.
Yeah, he probably gonna wanna maybe overprotect Venezuela, so he's gonna break it.
We're definitely seeing a coup. Yeah. Oh, good enough. Good enough for him.
Yeah, I don't think he can complain about that.
There's no access.
Let's see what he does.
I mean, on the bright side, yes, South America, it's flipped now. So.
Yep. But he's threatening Cuba again, right? After the realignment. So now Kris has to decide: do you want to coup Nicaragua and deny me the access, or do you want to get Nigeria?
He could coup Nigeria. He could coup Venezuela.
Ooh, that is pretty strange. He could have take the 3 VPs and he didn't, and that's I would expect that from the Chinese style for sure.
Right.
I'm raised. It's
the 4
normally
VP because of containment. Containment was placed, so it acted as a 4 op actually.
Yeah, maybe a 4 op over 3 VPs. I don't know, man.
Oh, Cultural Revolution is
Cultural Revolution is gonna be strong here because he also has Usuri. Let's see what else he wants to do.
De Gaulle leads France. I know Europe has been scored, but De Gaulle is very strong.
Maybe hold it for the next turn. What else could he want to hold here? Oh my God, he gets rid of it. So.
And Cambridge 5 is empty. Very unfortunate for.
Would it have been better to take Cultural Revolution on the headline?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
A coup in Venezuela? Oh boy!
That's And now NORAD kicks in.
Oh,
Yikes.
yeah, that's a yikes.
Yeah, 2 turns have not been ideal for Janusz because South America should flip back to even. Africa.
Oh, Muslim Revolution. Oh, he doesn't have that
I
much
guess he
anyway.
doesn't have much. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 4 up for like 2.
Yeah, for 2, of which only 1 really matters. Although there was access issues there as well, but yeah, is Kitchen Debates active? I think so, right? That's
Is
2.
it gonna be
That's
for
2
free
more.
or no?
I think that's 2 more VPs.
Okay, so this is looking more grim for Janusz. Like, are we hoping like that Ortega? No, yeah, Ortega might be deadly for Kris, but he
Right.
also needs
I
long
think-
gunman, right? And also
Yeah.
he not having the China card, and a lot of things had to happen for maybe
Yeah.
a terrorist in play, you know?
I think it's a bit far to say that DEFCON is his only chance. Oh, China card played before Cultural Revolution. That's also unfortunate.
I mean, he can give it back with
He
Usuri.
can give it back and play
And
it.
then-
yeah, that's
yeah,
what he's gonna
that's
do.
what's going on.
Oh, actually, so it turns out to be not too bad for him.
Yeah.
And he can space the Pope if he needs to.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because if not, we'll have to defend against an attack on Europe, right?
Yeah, well, he's country counting Central America, and maybe threatening a flip of Zaire with brute ops because he can take a 3-op into Zaire to flip it.
Okay, so he's shoring up South America, making sure that he doesn't get OAS or any fuckery like that. Raising the country count in Central America to make sure he doesn't get dominated there, since he's lost Cuba to the US.
I wonder if Kris will play the China card right back.
Interesting. What do you think he'll do with that? Just
Because he might suspect culture of, but let's see.
Oh, I get you.
Rather get the 4-op out of it than have it taken away for nothing.
One more step. That would have been really helpful to Janusz. Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, that's a space. Fails.
John Paul successfully spaced because at least getting to the 4th space will be helpful. So he can have a headline. Because when your opponent can see your headline, your options are they're cut off. Like you can't have any great plays.
Yeah. Yeah, your
in terms
AR1,
of the headline AR1 combo, like you lose that huge advantage that the USSR has.
Absolutely. Yep. But I mean, this is where we can, where we were waiting for the Sang style, right? Aggressively spacing. Yeah. It's basically out of the manual for them.
And it's worked so far. He's gotten rid of all of the problematic events. He's gained a ton of VPs. He's reaping the benefits of discard, peeking at the headline.
Oh, we got Brush War here.
For Nigeria. Boy. Wow.
Oh boy. He doesn't care about South America. He's just going for the... Okay, here we go. Janusz attacks Brazil. Let's see. He has the ops. Hopefully, yes, because he only needs to get back control of it. But if he doesn't... Okay,
an empty
Brezhnev. Okay. Okay. That's
a very tough turn for.
So we've seen one of the strong neutral events before Brass War, and now we have ABM Treaty. This time on Janusz' side.
Right. Quite a strong hand here because you have ABM and you have Quagmire, which I think could be the headline to get rid of NORAD.
100% agree with that. Quagmire should be the headline to give him the 2 coups so he can maybe get control of South America.
Defectors is out of the deck as well.
I see Central America scoring. An ABM Treaty on Mexico would be really interesting, right?
Yes. Duck and cover. That's a good counter.
He can
but he still gets the 1. Yeah.
He can still pull it off with ABM Treaty, or he could just smash ops, right?
Oh, he's going ABM to Mexico. Because that's, I think, 4 VP domination it would be.
Yeah. You'd be what is the domination? 3, 5?
Domination is 3, subtracting 1 for presence. But
Okay,
then
there we go.
Yeah,
That's
4.
4 for you. Very good, man. Those are good math right there. Okay, Liberation Theology, Quagmire out.
Africa has not been scored yet, correct?
No, Africa has not been scored. South America is still pending too. But Africa is looking grim. Okay. Ooh.
Grain sales. And what are we pulling?
Sarah.
Not
I
the
mean,
worst.
he's attacking the hand size, but it's a little bit relevant.
if he's gonna. Oh yeah, he's keeping it.
Yeah, I think you almost always keep it, right? Like you always want to attack the hand size, force him to.
Almost always, yeah, that's true. Because that's pretty much one of the main benefits of grain sales, right? That you're threatening a DEFCON type scenario.
Yeah. Oh, they're
so that's why he did not place at it for the event. Because he was holding that.
He was also holding that. So okay, he wants that realign.
So our man is played on turn 6 late, where it should not be too big of an issue.
Yeah, the cards will be reshuffled.
No favorable scoring cards left. Yeah, not a big deal to get Jay hurts, but okay.
Do you are we gonna have a reshuffle? We haven't seen Ask Not. I would like to see how many cards are left in the deck. Okay, we see US Japan.
I think we're on track for a turn 7 reshuffle. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I think we are because there was a 3-card discarded, so it should be. But I would like to see the number just to make sure that there is gonna be a reshuffle. I wonder if actually Janusz is trying to prevent it or not. Does he wanna go to a reshuffle? Does he want make like Muslim Revolution is gonna have a huge impact later? Like he basically
not really.
So maybe it's good for him not to get a reshuffle to prevent those East European unrest, on late war. Okay, we got to space. Oh my god, these guys are so fast.
Right.
Cannot even catch up to my own thoughts.
So they're even into headlines. So at least no more headline peaking.
Okay.
Still 2 spots away from catching up, though. One small step could definitely be helpful in order to stop the discarding effect that Janusz has, Kris has going on right now, because that's going to make it very tough for a DEFCON.
Yeah, this is gonna be the Voice of America is one of the big events. So it's yet to come along with Junta.
That they're talking about.
So their fight over South America is gonna be a thing to behold.
Although Voice of America's OAS on AR7.
Okay, double break. Got Africa scoring.
And
okay,
so there was a reshuffle. But
there was a reshuffle indeed. He got CIA created.
He got CIA created, and he unfortunately got Lone Gunman.
So Lone Gunman is gonna do nothing this game.
Although he does have salt negotiations to raise if he has to, and nuclear test ban. So he's not gonna lose because of CIA, but nonetheless, it's an annoying card to draw here.
Yeah. He's gonna try to put Chile and coup Argentina, you think?
Depends.
Or is he gonna try to do some damage on somewhere else? Maybe Brazil?
He knows that he has South America scoring. Actually, I'm thinking, what if Kris headlines South America scoring?
I mean, he 100% has it, right?
If he headlines it, absolutely, Janusz would go 2 to Chile and then try to coup or realign, perhaps realign at +2. Oh, Voice of America.
Uh-oh. So that means if he puts 2 in Chile, coup in Argentina, he could still get dominated, potentially.
But he has a AR1 with any other 4 up, so I think he should be okay. Yeah, 2 to Chile and coup Argentina.
Oh,
and he can take a 3 up to settle back that score, and he still has the opportunity to brush war if South America does.
South America is probably gonna drop here, right?
I would think so, unless he has some sort of... Huh.
Yes. He must be up rich, right? If he wanna get into that war.
He must have hopes for domination for whatever reason. Yeah, let's see. Although I think...
There is no Soviet events, right? On
Yeah.
South America, and what events are left that affect South America? Because Junta is gone, OAS is gone.
Oh, Indo-Pakistani war. This could be
Oh
big.
boy, oof.
Oh,
That was at 33%, but you know, like, you get scared. Okay, okay.
oh, we're getting brush
go-
war.
We go for the 50-50 on Brazil.
Likely into Brazil.
Oh,
And a narrow failure there
I
as
got
well.
excited for a second, but not enough. There we go. He just drops it. He doesn't wanna deal with it.
But now Africa is still a problem, and
Yeah.
40 for the U.S. heading into late war is obviously very far from ideal here.
We're getting into very dangerous territory. 14, getting into late war. We all know
Oh
that.
yeah, war games is still out there. Europe scoring is gonna come back. Africa's gone for good unless it comes back turn 10.
Okay, we see
Like it's
some.
still. Yeah, I wonder
What's
what
he
you're gonna
gonna
bring
get
back.
back?
Red Scare Purge, I would think, or perhaps Rush War.
Crash war. That's what I was thinking. Maybe he wants to double down on South America.
South America has scored, so I wouldn't think South America. Maybe Italy or Thailand. Oh, NATO's in effect. No Italy. Thailand, perhaps? Not sure.
Thailand maybe to get the Asia domination. I mean, it's a 50-50 as well.
Also, even if he takes Thailand, more special relationship. That's 16. And I believe the next space spot is also 4 VPs, so I think a space here ends the game.
Oh, we're going to the 3 points space? Oh my god. Jesus. Kris has like... He doesn't respect. He just go and gets everything, man. Doesn't give anything. Okay, what's he gonna do now? Are you gonna get a coup?
He could try to coup Thailand, but...
I mean, we're coup at -1, right? Because of Szulc.
Yeah.
So...
South African unrest. I believe Portuguese Empire is still out there as well, although I could be mistaken.
Yeah, Portuguese Empire, I haven't seen it yet. That could be an opportunity for him. No, not really, right? That would put him 5-4. Right? He could flip it, but I don't think you want to use Brass War for that, right? Okay. He wants to keep it in the deck. Why? Why does he just go for the... That's
yeah.
I mean,
turn 10,
it's marginally better, right? But you might want to see the 2 cards that he has in hand.
I think keeping in the deck still, because like his options for victory now are pretty limited. Between Ortega, lone gunman, terrorism, you have a small chance. So might as well try to keep it.
Reshuffle has already happened, right?
Right. Turn 10 could be another reshuffle,
okay,
though, right?
So the cards
the
cards that are holding for Kris. One of them is Ask Not. And
Aldrich Ames is a game changer, right?
Aldrich Ames. Let's go for it, right? What is the headline here if not?
It's a huge game changer. If he catches him with Ortega
boy.
That's really nasty.
The factor.
That is very nasty.
Yeah. He cannot play. Yeah, Cambridge 5. This is like war. He cannot play it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, I do hope
get those ups. Get that domination in Central America. That's very, very good. It's very good. Janusz needs some domination somewhere because he's facing Europe plus. Oh, he's giving glass now.
No,
he's not get the coup. Okay.
Acts as an ABM treaty, -2 VP ABM treaty, and he rolls a 6 in Panama, so domination flips right back.
Okay.
Cameroon, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna get realigned, but
options are very tough right now. Even if he does Brush War Thailand, he'll go up by 1 battleground, but it'll be tough to get tough to get
not.
domination.
So says Gone, Korea War, Latin America. Oh my god, he had a really red hand. Okay, let's go for Brazil again.
I'm thinking maybe Panama or Brazil, yeah.
Well, Thailand is a 50-50 too, and Thailand is a lot of BPs, right?
Thing is, Thailand, I think in this situation is only 2 VPs because he can still prevent domination quite easily by
by
taking Malaysia.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh no, and right, 18. Also, if he hadn't played Glasnost, it would have been. I guess I don't know. Might be another reason for that. So one more successful space race, and that's game over.
Yep. But yeah, you're right. If he didn't play Glass now, he would have been able to squeeze the.
Right. Where did he play Glasnost? In Panama. Right. I guess he was maybe thinking about a possible Central America scoring in Janus's hand.
They're talking. Let's see.
This has been a rapid fire game.
Yeah. It's kind of space. And that's it.
Wow.
Oh boy, oh boy. That's been a hell of a game.